I'm passionate about my faith, and that's where a lot of that leads from. So I'm passionate about Jesus, and so I enjoy, just like the Bible tells you, to support the widows and the orphans and those a little bit less fortunate. So I enjoy where I take my vacations during each year, and it's been for the past probably 8 years that I've been doing this, and I've always loved the Lord, but he kind of has taken me on what he would call an adventure of love, right? So I was in just quiet time studying my Bible, and about 8 years ago, and I felt like he was saying, you know, this is what we're going to do. And so I've been to the trash dumps in Bulgaria. I've been to the indigenous people that people were actually scared of in the Philippines. I've been to Pakistan and gone to Hindu farms where people are actually slaves. And I've put in water wells or distributed solar lights or just look someone in the face and let them know that they're important, that they were created on purpose, because everyone matters, everyone's important. Yeah. And that's what I enjoy doing. It was probably just maybe 2 years ago, I went to the Philippines. We were going back to a place that an organization that I do things with called Watts of Love, WATTS of Love, and it's clever, right? So what it is it's solar-powered lights that a friend of mine, Nancy Economou, started this nonprofit in Chicago, Downers Grove, and this was the 10-year anniversary of her very first trip, which is how Watts of Love started. And we went back to the place where she had originally handed out these solar lights that she felt would make an impact to this community. And the reason why is because when she first went there, she was seeing these children who were burned. They were burned because they didn't have light, right? They have no light there. There are very few wells that were in this particular community, right? So it's some of the poorest of the poor places. Yeah. But she was seeing these, and she would go up and she'd say, "What happened? Why is this prevalent? And why am I seeing this?" And they would say, "Well, we have to have these little kerosene lights, kind of like a Bunsen burner, right?" And that's how we got light in our little thatched roofs, which in and of itself, as you can see, fire in a thatched little roof place, that's not helpful. Having your babies walk around this fire, that's not helpful. Having to smell that black smoke from this, that's not great. And so she figured that there's a better way for them to be able to have light longer so that they can have a safe space to live, that they can still communicate with their family, cook their food, maybe be educated a little bit longer, or even work a little bit longer so that they can earn a better living, right? She felt like the Lord laid on her heart to make these solar lights, so she went back. Her family thought, "Nancy, you're one person, how can you make a difference?" And she's like, "I can." And so she did. She made these lights, and so I had the privilege of going back and seeing that after 10 years, this one solar light was still working. They have upgraded it, right? Doesn't it bring you chills? And so I went and I have pictures with Nai Nai, this little teeny lady from the Philippines who lives a very modest lifestyle, right? She has a little lean-to place that she used to live in, right? Well, now she's been able to make barbecue sticks. How right, it's just what it looks like. So she whittles, but because she had this solar light, the first night she whittled all through the night and was able to make so many. And in this lifetime, in 10 years, she's made so many that actually she was able to send her granddaughter to university. That to me is giving someone a life, changing a life, and equipping people. When I went with this church group, we actually went out on the streets and we were praying for people, giving out food, and we were hosting conferences for them to come to so we could share a message with them. And when I did that, I noticed that there were children where families know that they're doing the right thing by having their children educated at a school, but that means that their daughters have to be away Monday through Friday because they have to walk miles to get to the school. They have no place to live, so they live on the streets. They're in harm's way. Yes, they are getting a better education, so it's nothing against the families, right? They're trying to do the right thing. But these children are not in a great place to get study help, to be out of harm's way, to get a meal, to have a place to lay their head. And so I went and chatted with one of the churches there, and I do feel that I'm to have a place there, to be part of building a place there, to house these children, to put a little tutor there, to give them a safe place to go back and just to get their meals provided for them and to lay down their head. And I don't know what that looks like, and the timing is not now, but when he shows me something, I just kind of file it, and then when it's the right time, I know he's going to show me exactly what to do.